That's right. No more Mr. Nice Guy. I can dig it. I dig. What is going on? Movie Dojo Army, everybody watching right now, hanging out with the Samurai Guy. You know how we do here. We love us some action, martial arts, and our favorite horror. That's right. But we got the legend is back. The legend has returned. Lindsay, the legend Washburn. How are you doing, my friend?
I am doing great. I'm so excited to be back already talking about another great, fun horror movie.
That's how we do it. Very next week. Fuck it.
Yep.
Let's do it. That's how we roll. Hey, in the future, hit me up. I'll try to show up on your channel too. If you got room for the samurai, I'll pop in there.
Definitely.
Nobody will watch because nobody cares about me. Nobody. Be like 5 views, but I'll show up and show support. What is going on? Who we got here in the house? Who is here to represent horror? We got Maria in the house. What's going on? Jake Hall. He's going on. Hello, Fat Samurai Guy and Lindsay. All right, got some shout outs to Lindsay there. Heather Love, Last Voorhees Child. Oh, shit. That's right. AJ Mason in the house. Gene Pandigan, something like that. I'm horrible with names. Yes, it's fun. Now, our boy, our homie, that's right, Joel from Media Glitch is going to be a little late. That's right. So we're going to shoot the shit a little bit before we get into Shocker 1989. Now, I guess I can ask you, but we can go into the Shocker a little bit, but not too much of the plot, but what is the history? I'll go about my history, which is brief, but what is your history with the movie?
Well, I remember, I think I saw part of it like on USA way back in the day. And of course, I mean, you see this cover in the video store. You have to rent it,
Blow it up. VHS, son. Oh, look at that. Classic. Oh,
and for some reason, my copy, I don't know if you can see it very well, but it says nipple on it. I don't know why. Yeah, somebody wrote nipple on it. I have no idea why. That's how I found it.
And you couldn't rub it out. You're like, fuck it. I'm going to leave it there because it's hilarious.
Right?
Oh, wow. That's hilarious. But yeah, continue.
And it was just, because I mean, I love Wes Craven. I love, the Nightmare on Elm Street series. That was kind of my first Craven stuff was Nightmare on Elm Street, but then I started getting into the other stuff like Last House on the Left and Shocker and all those other great films that he did before, he really hit it big with Scream. So
right, nice. We got Last Voorhees Child says he remembers going to the theater to see this. Wow, I'm jealous. I am jealous. That's right. AJ Mason says, Shocker, heck yeah, son. There you go. John says, let's start the ruckus. What's going on, Sean? What's cracking? Oh, man. But nipple. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's fucking hilarious.
Maybe it's someone's last name. I don't know. Stranger things have happened.
Mr. and Mrs. Nipple, your table is ready.
Nipple.
Oh, my God. Could you imagine? Who cannot laugh? Say if that's your real name. Who cannot laugh if you're getting married? Right? I now pronounce you Mr. and Mrs. Nipple. I'll be like, even if that was my name, I'd be like, right? You can't help but laugh at it. It's funny. My experience with this movie, believe it or not, this may shock you. That's right. I've never seen this movie until recently. I know.
Really?
I know, right?
Oh my gosh.
I know, because the poster looked cool. You got the awesome VHS covers with nipple on it. And you got the TV spots. You got the trailers. And I remember, young watching this. And I was like, dude, this looks fucking wild. This looks like a great time. One day I'll watch it. And for some reason, it just passed me by like 5 other billion movies. Yeah. And then I just always wanted to watch it. And then Scream Factory released it on Blu-ray. And I was like, all right, now's the perfect time. Finally dive deep. Go ahead and blind buy it. I sat down here with the Lady Fat Blood, my wife, and we were laughing hysterically. We were like, oh, it's one of these type of movies. And we're perfectly fine with that, right? Yes. We were dying. We don't want to. I don't want to spoil too much. It's a spoiler review or discussion, but we'll wait till Joel gets here too. Oh, yeah. But we were just like, by the end, and you know what scene I'm talking about, after the scene happens, one of the greatest scenes ever, which we'll get into at the end of the movie, me and my wife were literally like, We were doing that. We're like, thank you, movie. Thank you. But yeah, yes, I know I'm fired. I know. But yeah. And what else is interesting about this genre, though, is that there's multiple movies out there that have this similar concept. I mean, obviously, this is
Yeah.
more electricity based, electric entity based.
Yeah.
But oh, he says, Fat Samurai Guy, if you love Shocker, you would love the horror show. Have you seen that one? The horror show? I have not seen that one. I guess we'll have to check that out, Lindsay. It sounds familiar, though, the horror show. I think I remember seeing it on, it might be on Shudder. I'll double check.
Possibly.
I'll check that out, though. But there's several similar plots, but just, the movie does its own thing. So not counting Chucky, not counting Child's Play, okay? There's another movie out there called Destroyer. Have you seen that?
Yes. We talked about it on the Bad Movie Night podcast.
Oh, nice. What did you guys think of that?
We wanted more of the killer.
Yes.
You needed more of the killer and him to kill more things.
Yes.
Kill more people.
Yeah, it's like, okay, it's small. It's a smaller budget film. That's fine. Small budget doesn't mean bad.
No.
And every time the killer was on the screen, I mean, he was a football player, NFL football player. He was huge and intimidating, but you could tell he was having fun.
Oh my god! Because there's that one scene where he cuts the girl's hair and then he eats it, and it's crazy. He's just going completely nuts.
Yeah, and you could tell because of the right. You can tell because of the budget constraints that it's the same hallway they're walking down. Like you can tell it's the same set. We're just going through that. But when he was on screen doing stuff, I was like, this is great. This is great.
It's just crazy and deranged, but it's very entertaining.
Yeah. I enjoy it. I mean, it's fun. It's fun, but they fortunately for this movie, you do get the killer a lot.
A lot of him.
A lot, which is really the saving point for the film. But
it is.
Have you heard of First Power?
Yes.
Have you seen that one with Lou Diamond Phillips?
Long time ago, because we were talking about Split Second earlier. The original script of that was a lot like First Power, but then First Power came out, so they had to change the script because it was very similar things going on. But it's been
that's
years.
interesting. Oh shit! Joel from Media Glitches in the house. The ruckus has continued. Yes. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing good.
So, Lindsay, we're glad, Joel, we're glad you're here because me and Lindsay, we hate this fucking movie. This movie's fucking bullshit. So, right, Lindsay?
It's just
horrible.
Terrible.
You know?
Wasted an hour and 45 minutes.
Oh, so
No, we're
and
just
I've
messing with you,
wasted
man.
about 100 hours. Because I watch this movie all the time. I didn't watch it before we started. I probably should have.
Right.
But I watched it enough. I think I'll be okay.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine.
Oh, so I'm defending? Am I defending this movie?
No, we're just messing with you, man.
Oh, I thought you guys were serious. I was like, oh, man.
No, come on.
I'm like, I am going to change your mind today. you're, you know.
No, we're just messing with you, man, because you're late.
You knew I was going to be late.
I know. We're just messing with you. Thanks again, man, for joining us today.
I ran here.
Hey, we appreciate it, man.
I'm in pre-production for another thing, of course.
Yeah. Oh, ooh. Yeah, tell me when. Keep your secret safe with me. Yeah. When we get off air, you can tell me what you're working on with the goods, because I'm already excited about your next movie coming out, man. So
yes.
And I have done this. Mm-hmm.
You have.
Right.
You actually seen some behind-the-scenes stuff.
Yes, and I have not spilled the beans. That's right.
And I haven't showed that to anyone. Only you, my friend.
That's right. Because we're down like that. We're the Blues Brothers of horror.
So we're talking about Lindsay. Good to meet you. I have not met you, so.
Good to meet you too.
You are a horror fan, judging from, or you're a movie fan. I don't know.
Look at the back here. I'll blow it.
I love horror and action. There's a lot of stuff going on behind me. So.
Yeah. You got the VHS, though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's nice.
She's one of us.
Yeah. Here's my Shocker copy.
Oh.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Wow.
Wait, hold on. Joel just got here. Show him.
Wow.
It says, I don't know if there it is. The nipple. It says nipple on it.
Somebody wrote nipple on it.
That is awesome.
I don't know why. It sounds
Keyword
like
of the day. Nipple.
I would love to have my original VHS shocker.
I know, right?
I remember though, when I got rid of VHS, that one in particular was just crumbling.
Yeah.
Like the box was deteriorating.
Yeah.
And so it was like my Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which is one that I'd watch all the time. It was just deteriorated, but so.
Do you still have it?
Oh no.
Do you have any VHS left?
I
over?
don't. I remember getting rid of everything, selling it. Oh man, like
That happens. We've all done it.
well, it's crazy. I got a lot of money for it because I had a huge like anime.
Oh yeah, you
collection.
can get a pretty price for some stuff.
Back in it was a long time ago. It was a long time ago. Like when I got rid of it, people probably still had VHSs in their homes. So, and I had worked at Suncoast, and I had bought all kinds of stuff.
Nice.
And so I had to move, and I just couldn't take it with me, sadly.
Right. It's all good. You'll get the nostalgic bug like me once in a while. You just go into a retro store and you'll see a VHS there, and it's $5 for a classic movie you like. All right, why not? Put it on the shelf.
I heard those like old VHS Texas Chainsaw goes for quite a bit.
Did they
It depends, yeah.
Okay, Lindsay, did they start grading
Yes.
tapes now, bro? Like comics and stuff. They're grading in games.
It's a very controversial thing in the VHS world right now.
Oh, it is.
It's very controversial because some people, because I don't care, do what you want to do, whatever.
Right.
But there's some people that are in the camp that it's just this big scam to scam people out of money to send their VHS tapes in and pay to have them graded by these professionals. I don't know. I haven't looked into it that much. So it's like, I'm not going to pay $2,000 for a graded copy of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3. That's just me though.
Right.
Well,
I don't care if it's graded because I want to watch it too. Right. I don't want it to just sit on my shelf. I want to watch it.
Well, once they grade it, it's sealed and everything, so you can't get to it again. So I don't find. I mean, obviously, they do that with video games as well, and I see zero logic to that.
There is very little logic. I mean, even just keeping the condition of the tape, because I mean, are they like hermetically sealed? How are they sealed? Because they can still develop mold. That's a big issue with VHS tapes, is getting mold. So I don't know how they guarantee that the freshness of it, so to speak.
I also heard that there's people who, much like people who trade stock and stuff, who are involved in this whole process of grading, marking up the value, selling to suckers. Yeah. It's in the video game world, it's in the movie world, it's in all the comics. And all that is it's just all a big scam to get people to and people are buying. I'm like, that Super Mario Brothers that just sold for what, $2 million graded?
Oh my god.
Super Mario Brothers that came with every single Nintendo. Are you freaking kidding me?
It's crazy. It's crazy.
When you do stupid stuff like that, you just confirm that this is a scam and people are trying to make some money.
But luckily, we got badasses like Joe Valley going out there helping the weak, helping the ones in need with them PS5s, doing it right.
I am. I've given like 30 PS5s to people at this point.
Yeah,
man, it's crazy.
But fair stuff. None of this scalping bullshit.
No.
You're actually helping these people out, which is awesome, man.
Oh no!
But let's get back to horror, though. I mean, you can talk about video games and stuff all day. This is fun.
Are we live?
Yeah, we're live.
Oh, okay. Good thing I didn't say anything crazy. I didn't know we were live. Hey,
17 minutes in. Are we live?
I am sorry.
It's fine, dude. Hey, it's all good having you here, brother. All right. So before you popped in, man, we were talking about other movies similar in concept that we also thought was fun, like First Power. And we were talking about Destroyer. Have you seen Destroyer?
Yes.
And we liked the Destroyer, but we were both complaining before you popped in that Destroyer barely had the killer in it.
Right, yeah.
And that really hurt the movie. Unlike this movie.
Yeah.
Where
the killer's in it a lot. Yeah. Yeah. So.
And I think
you have Fallen too. I forgot about Fallen.
Isn't this produced by Alive?
Yes.
So they
Right.
did like didn't they do I might be totally wrong, but didn't they do They Live? Or am I wrong?
I'd have to check again. I'm not sure, though.
No.
Like John Carpenter's I don't know, but like I feel like that company, oh gosh, that producer was doing some crazy stuff with directors. Movies that were like I loved. You know, and I love They Live. Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's
insane. So
a classic. They Live's a classic, man.
I should have
All
watched.
right, 1989. Shocker was
yes.
released, directed by some hack, Wes Craven. You guys heard of this guy? I haven't heard of this dude, man.
So
Who
Wes
is this
Craven, and I know that had he done Serpent in the Rainbow?
guy?
I think it came
that
out
was,
at
that was
that
in the
point right
90s.
before?
Was it, or was
Yeah,
it 90s?
I think it was right before,
Okay.
but I mean I could be wrong, but I'm not. Yeah.
I'm
I can
always
check.
wrong on dates and stuff, but
But no, we got the legendary Wes Craven directing this. Michael Murphy's in this. The guy who sells the film and is the best part of the movie, obviously, who plays Horace Pinker, Mitch Pileggi, is also in this. And we have Peter Berg. I don't know why Peter Berg looks familiar. Like I've seen him in other stuff.
oh come on,
He's
you
been
know
in a few
Peter
other
Berg.
things. He directs a lot of shit now.
Is that
Yeah.
what
I
it
think
is?
was a good move.
This is like towards. I think this is towards his end of his acting.
Name,
He's
what's
like,
some other
I
movies
gotta,
he was in?
and he starts directing.
What's some of the
after
movies
this.
he starred in?
trying to think. He's not really a leading man.
He doesn't
okay.
actually. He
Like-
doesn't have very many acting credits on IMDb.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think he was
So-
in Fire in the Sky. He's one of the friends.
Oh,
I'm bringing
okay.
up
I knew he looked
Shocker.
familiar. Yeah. Yeah.
couple
All right, so
more.
I'm checking just because you brought it up, and I got IMDb here now. Let's check to see when Serpent in the Rainbow came out. So Shocker, 1989. Let's see here. Let me go find it here. Oh, I'm in the writers section. Let me go to director here. Okay. Vampire in Brooklyn. I forgot about that movie. Any guys fans of Vampire in Brooklyn? All right.
You know, I can't say I've ever seen it all the way through.
Me either.
Right. Need to rewatch
So,
it.
you know what's crazy? I lied. Peter Berg has 51 acting credits.
Oh.
Damn.
So Shocker was 89. People Under the Stairs was 91.
Oh no, I knew people. No, People Under Stairs comes later.
And
Which,
Serpent in
oh
the
my
Rainbow was
gosh.
88. You're right,
If
Lindsay.
you ever want to talk about the movie, I love them.
Hey, we'll have to do it again, Joel. Let's do
Oh
it.
gosh,
Let's do that
it's
again, man.
so good.
Yeah, let's do that again. You know what's? You know our Versus series. Somebody brought up an idea, and I couldn't stop laughing. I couldn't stop laughing. I might actually do it just for shits and giggles. Versus episode: Chappie versus Deadly Friend.
Oh my god.
I couldn't stop laughing.
That's funny.
That's pretty funny. That is pretty funny. But yeah, let's go ahead and talk about Shocker, man. So I talked about my experience with the film. Lindsay did hers. Your experience with the movie, Joel.
My experience is unlike any other movie, and this might be why I hold it so close to my heart,
Okay.
because it's actually the first movie premiere I ever went to.
Oh,
cool.
man, I'm
And-
so
You
jealous.
went to the premiere?
Yes, and I not that I've gone to many movie premieres.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
gone to like Edgar Wright stuff and like a couple others.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
As a
wow.
kid, I get invited to this Shocker premiere. I think I'm 11.
Man.
Oh my god.
So now everyone's gonna know how old I am. 'cause
That's
I'm old.
amazing.
But like, it was bananas. It was insane, and all the swag I got.
You still got it?
Not and let's not never mind that Shocker's an amazing movie.
Yeah.
It also has an amazing soundtrack, which I
Oh.
got.
Killer
at
soundtrack.
that time. These little pins that like glow up.
Yeah.
With when he gets electrocuted.
Nice.
And what's crazy is it's one of those things where it was such an amazing experience that it's hard for me to remember the details, kind of. One, because I was a little bit younger. Two, because I've smoked an insane amount of pot since then.
Okay.
And then like but I can say like and and I wouldn't have that another experience like that until I become a filmmaker and know filmmakers that I would ever go to another premiere again.
Right.
And I was just blown away. I was like, this is the coolest freaking movie I've ever seen. You know, you're definitely, I was definitely like, you know, you're just so full of adrenaline, and it could have been a crappy movie, but the whole environment and the electric chair outside there where you could take pictures, and everything was just like, I don't know. It was just amazing. It was just amazing. Wow. And I don't have any other movies like that in my childhood that I can say, dude, that's
awesome.
Wow.
You know,
that beats our stories, Lindsay.
This is my first. Right? This is my first. So when I heard someone, I think you guys were on when you guys were doing your last podcast.
Yeah.
Did someone say Shocker was horrible? And I was like, show me who they are.
I know.
And I was slap them in their face. And then when I come on, I was like heartbroken. When I came on, you guys were like, we both think it sucks. Glad you're here. I'm like, what do you? Wow. No. This wraps up 80s movies.
Yeah.
Like in a perfect little package. You got your heavy metal music.
Yes.
You got Alice Cooper on the TV.
Megadeth. Yeah.
You got Megadeth doing soundtrack.
Oh.
You know, you got a killer who is like, honestly, he's just so like charismatic. Like, you know?
Yeah.
Like there's a part where he's got Peter Berg up against, like, when the cops come, you guys remember, on the roof?
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's about to stab him, man. And then the cops come, he's just like, he looks so cool. He looks so cool. He drops the knife. He's like, you know, and I'm just like, you just want the killer to stab Peter Berg.
Right?
You know, you just like, don't stop this master at his work. You know, you want it to
Pinker.
Oh my gosh. And I was always like, why didn't they ever make another? You watch it today and the effects are just, you know, they don't hold up and stuff like that.
But it's fun though.
Oh my gosh, it's so fun. And then when it breaks my heart when you see like the IMDb rating.
I know.
Well, the Rotten Tomatoes one's even worse. That's why I picked that one.
And it doesn't make sense to me because this is what 80s horror was before everything got so dang serious, you know?
Yeah. But yeah, the soundtrack is fire. I was in a kind of Reanimated Records is the place, and I was in there, and I was just going through some CDs, just random, before I left the shop, and I saw Shocker there. Boom! I was like, oh shit, I got to get this. Listened to it. I had so much fun driving home, listening to that. I have a soft spot, and it only happens in the 80s. I have a soft spot for horror movies or action flicks that have a song based on the movie in the credits. You got Maniac Cop 2 rap, son. Maniac Cop 2 rap. What?
Dude,
Come on.
Awesome. How awesome is Maniac Cop 2?
Amazing.
Like, you think you're watching a AAA, like, huge budgeted movie when you watch Maniac Cop 2.
It's like legit.
Because they went all
a great
out.
Action flick.
Dude, some of those stunts. If you did them today, you'd be like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's so amazing, man.
But it's got the rap.
And the rap at the end is hilarious.
Come on.
It's so good, right?
Yeah. And Shocker's got his theme song in this one. He's got his theme song in this movie.
On Dream Warriors, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just got a soft spot for that kind of stuff, man. And the movie scores
that's
points.
80s.
Yeah.
That's 80s. And this movie goes, no, we're not just going to give you a metal song at the end of the movie. The soundtrack, the whole score is going to be based off of this
thing.
In fact, when we start, you're going to hear Paul Stanley from Kiss singing as, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I remember that, and I'm just like, I was just a huge Kiss fan, right? Huge Kiss fan. So it's like when they hear,
you were sold.
I don't think it's Kiss. Like, it's not credited as Kiss, but it's definitely Paul Stanley singing.
Right. She's grabbing something.
I'm gonna pull this
off
my
Oh yeah, dude. The best theme park movie you'll ever watch.
Nice.
Yes. I had that same
Oh
yeah, I had the same VHS.
I have to see that. I've heard about it.
There were 2 Kiss movies that were on repeat. That one, which isn't the greatest movie, and then there was one that they did that was like, oh my gosh, what is it? Is it Kiss? Don't tell me. Oh, it's gonna bug me. But it basically follows Kiss and their daily lives, and Like let's go see Gene Simmons in his house, and he turns around and he's in his like throne. It's all staged, of course, man.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's so fun. It's such a fun movie. It's not a movie. It's more like a rockumentary, type of document. No, I don't even know how to. What is that called? The chapter?
Mockumentary
type thing. It almost feels like you're watching Kiss's version of Spinal Tap.
Oh, well, there you go. That makes sense. Okay, I get that. Which is another movie I love.
But I think they're trying to sell that this is how their everyday life is.
Oh, really? Oh, God.
What is
that makes it even more
I want to say
funny.
it's Kiss Live. Oh, no, I don't. Man,
we'll look it up later. Well, you can look it up while we'll get into the shocker here. All right, so after being sent to the electric chair, a serial killer uses electricity to come back from the dead and carry out his vengeance on the football player who turned him into the police. Man, IMDb, you fucking suck at plot synopsis.
Right?
You're horrible. It's a random football player. What? Who is writing these plot synopsises? I can't stop reading them because they make me laugh. There was an action movie. There was a martial arts action movie we did, and I read the plot synopsis off IMDb, and it was literally like stuff happens. The girl's cute.
There's
awesome. Some fights. I was like, who wrote this? Come on. But anyway, it kind of sums it up.
Kiss
style.
Exposed. That's the
Kiss
one.
Exposed. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Okay.
Watch it if you ever get a chance. It's hilarious.
So we have our serial. It sounds funny already. Our serial killer gets. Now, would you say the football player? Would you say he kind of has a little bit of a second sight action going?
Yeah, there's some kind of connection between him and Pinker because he dreams what's going to happen before it happens or as it's happening. That's not exactly 100% clear, but he knows where he's going to be and who he's going to kill.
Right.
I mean, we're obviously doing spoilers, right?
Yeah, spoilers. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, I mean, I always chalked it up to it's just that that's his dad. So
yeah,
he has that.
There's a connection. So not necessarily like a dead zone level,
right?
But there is a connection there. You can kind of see what's going on. But he runs into his dad. They have a confrontation. Shoots him in the knee, and then of course things don't go well, and he ends up getting arrested. But you gotta do it again, Joel. Hold on, do it again. Do the. He just gets arrested.
What?
He's about to kill Peter Berg. He just gets arrested.
Oh, he's like,
yeah.
But he didn't shoot him in the knee though.
Yeah, go ahead. You got to do the reaction afterwards.
Like, oh, you mean when he's
the
about
cops
to
show up? Yeah.
Like, watch it. You'll love it. You'll see it every time. And you'll also see this. Peter Berg's first line is the dorkiest delivery of any line, dude. It is so crazy. I can't remember what he says.
Oh.
They're watching a football.
Yeah.
He's like, it bugs me every time I watch it. And I'm like, Wes, why didn't you just say, cut? Let's try that one again. Watch it. You'll never unsee it.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. It's
well,
so crazy.
they end up catching him. And of course, they're going to electrocute our killer here. And before they grab him, he's already working on, summoning.
Probably the weirdest part of the movie.
Yeah, it's out of nowhere too, like completely out of nowhere.
Summoning the TV devil god to give him the power.
Yes, the power. Yeah.
Well, what's funny is this is the weirdest part. So they've set up the whole voodoo thing that because they find the dead cats, I think,
right?
Some other things,
and in his hideout, yeah.
But what's so weird about this part is the spirit comes out of the TV.
Yes.
And these like big Mick Jagger lips come up. And it says like, what does it say?
You got it, baby.
Yeah. You got it, baby.
You got it, baby. I was like, oh.
It's so weird.
Oh, me and my wife were dying.
And I might
we were
add
laughing already.
So how are we doing this? Are you going through the scenes and then we're talking about them?
Yeah.
Is that okay? Because
Yeah.
I want to backtrack.
We can bounce around. Yeah, go ahead.
Something I always found weird was that how they set up him as a football player. They almost set him up as a kind of a how do you say just
a
kind of
douchebag jock?
No,
like a douchebag.
No,
because he was kind of a dick to that girl that was getting him drinks and shit.
Yes,
I was
that's
like, dude,
then you
is
go,
this our
okay,
hero?
cool, Jock, and that's what you think is going to happen. Then he gets
Right.
to the playing field, and he's tripping over the Gatorade thing,
Right?
and he's like running into the pole, and I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
Is he like Jock superstar, or is he clumsy, klutz? And I always thought that was a weird thing that they did.
Well, I think what they were going for, because I mean, even in the paper, they refer to him as local football star,
Right.
and stuff like that. So he's kind of famous for being a football player in this town. But I think it's to show that he's so in love with this girl that it's distracting him from this thing that he's so good at, because their love is so strong, and that's the power he uses later to defeat the bad guy. So they're setting up that gigantic force of their love.
Yeah.
It's so powerful that it distracts him and makes him run into football goalposts.
I'll give you that, except there's one line, and this is me being a writer and a film director. There's one line where the coach goes, "You're distracted," and he says something about like that, that the girl with no shirt in the audience, or he goes, and then he slaps her. It's a great scene. It's an awesome scene. It's funny.
Yeah.
But it's like, if he's so in love with this girl and that's what you're trying to set up, why is he going to go to this other chick?
Right. Because nipple.
Because
nipple.
nipple.
Hey,
You know what?
I'm here all week, folks.
I can't
I'm here
argue
all
with
week.
the nipple, man. You're right.
Oh my God! But yeah, no, and you got a little cameo there from Ted Raimi.
Mm-hmm.
He's got more than one cameo. He's all throughout this thing not talking,
Yeah.
and then he ends up just totally dead. And
Totally dead.
It's always fun seeing him pop up and stuff. He just makes me smile.
He has the strangest cameos. He'll just pop up in random movies. Like he's gotten, I don't know if it's even a credited cameo in Hard Target with Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah.
He's one of the passerbys that the guy
I ain't
runs
got
into.
no change,
I ain't got
man.
no change, man.
Well, I know that like Sam Raimi and Wes Craven had this whole thing going on where they were putting posters, and and I think Wes Craven's is like, "Oh, I'm going to one up you. I'll put your brother in it." I think that's what it comes down to.
Oh man, but man, did our killer really get revenge on our football player here?
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Man,
It's a lot of blood.
that is like, see, he had fun here apparently. Yeah, this GIF is funny because it's all sped up. It looks all funny.
And I don't
We got Benny Hill.
Ring, ding, 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 ding. And that lady, I don't. Whoever played Allison, I think she walked away from acting or something.
Oh,
She doesn't have too many credits, I don't think. Her name's Cammie. I don't remember her last name. Her name's Cammie something. I can't remember.
maybe she thought Shocker was her big break, and that didn't work out. So she was like, "All right, I'm done."
I heard it had something to do with. Oh gosh, what was it? I heard it had something to do with having to do a nude scene, and it just
In
she
this
just
movie?
didn't.
Or
no,
another movie?
No.
Oh.
No, but fun fact, there was talk about whether she would be in a robe or would be nude in that bathtub. And I think Craven went with her being covered because they didn't want to think that the killer killed for
Did
lust.
anything, yeah.
Killed
Well,
for
and
lust.
she's also a very pure character.
Right.
So
That's good. That's a great.
That whole, that whole,
Because that comes back and plays later into the story. So that
Well,
might have
Joel,
been
since you've seen this movie a billion times,
I have seen it
after
too much.
this happens, and of course we have our say the line, Lindsay.
You got it, baby.
Before we move on here, I'll let Joel keep talking about it. I love this scene right here.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, it's so gruesome.
And it never doesn't hurt you when you watch it. Like, when you're.
It's great.
Oh.
Yeah, this is what it's all about, folks.
Oh,
Great
this is
practical
the
makeup here.
Oh, right there where he bites. If you look
Yeah.
at, he bites the next guy's fingers,
Yeah. After he
that's when
bites
he goes-
this, he bites the fingers.
and he goes, "Finger licking good."
Good.
Nothing but one-liners from this guy. The whole movie is
He's got
fucking
a
amazing.
ton of them.
Oh, it's great.
Dude, I feel like they never even they were like, "Hey, pull it back a little." They just let him go, and I think
Yeah.
it's awesome. Like he's so, and what sucks is he doesn't rank up there with like Freddy Krueger or Jason.
Yeah.
You never hear anyone talk about Horace Pinker, and it's just like
and it's sad because
It's sad.
because
sad.
the personality and the charisma and stuff behind the character are at those same heights.
Oh
And
yeah.
Wes Craven wanted this guy to be the next Freddy. He wanted this
Right.
to become his new baby, film series, but it performed so poorly he never got the chance to.
Does the actor
sucks.
has anyone seen any interviews of him now? Does he know now that this film's really appreciated and he has a lot of fans?
I don't know.
I think so.
I'm sure people have asked him about it. Definitely.
Especially with the release
I
of
seen
Scream Factory
something-
Blu-ray.
I seen something about, and maybe it was on this.
Oh, he's got a special feature on there? If he's on there, then he
Hold
knows.
on.
Like if he has an interview or something. It's a commentary.
I don't know, but I feel like I heard an interview and he said, if there's ever a remake of this, he doesn't care if he's a dead body on the floor. I remember him saying that. You know,
Okay, he knows then. He knows. He knows there's a fan base. That's awesome. That's good. But yeah, have you guys seen Innocent Blood? And we're sidetracked here. Have you guys seen this?
Innocent
No.
Blood. I'm not
I've
sure.
recently just seen
I have to
it.
look at the cover.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. I remember TV spots, and I've never seen it until like I think this year, and this year or later last year. But here's
Oh
the
wait,
thing.
we talked about this.
Oh, this
Right.
movie.
Yes, I have
I
seen
recognize
it.
that
It's-
cover.
And it's what's funny is it's a comedy. The cover makes it look like a serious vampire movie. It's not.
Oh my God, Robert Loggia's the bad guy.
It's hilarious. Yeah, it's bizarre. It's bizarre. All right, sorry about that. Someone just
So that's a John Landis movie. Huh.
It's a comedy.
I had
yeah.
no clue that was John Landis.
I know, right? That bomb too. Just thinking of bombs, I had to click on the comment there. But yeah, I mean, so we got some finger licking good action here,
Oh my gosh.
and then of course, why don't you fucking get it over with already? Just flip the switch.
That's where we find out he's the dad.
Right. Right. And
Peter Berg.
there you go. And then he has the power to transfer his electric essence. And he transfer it into the what was it? She was in the prison. He
like the
electrocuted her.
prison
She grabbed-
doctor.
Right.
Can I say
Right.
something real quick?
Oh, go ahead.
For some reason, every time I see electric chair scene, I love this one. But my favorite, I don't know if you've ever seen it. I believe it's House 4.
Mm. No.
When
It's amazing?
oh my gosh.
Lindsay,
Because-
we got homework.
Okay, so
We
he
do.
oh dude, so like it was originally titled something else. They made it a house movie, if you don't know.
Right.
To keep, But the killer's like getting shot. He's like, and then they stop, and I think he says, "That almost got my dick hard," or something like that. Anyway, it's so crazy if you haven't seen that one.
Okay. House
Watch
4.
watch
Oh
that.
my
That-
God.
I've only seen the
I'm
first
putting
two.
that on my list.
Yeah, I've only
yes,
seen the first
definitely.
Oh, dude, the whole movie it's so out there, but you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. You're gonna be like,
Oh, sounds like right up my alley right there. All right. Oh, here's a good question for you, Joel. Thanks again, Bo, for the super chat. He says, never understood the limp walk that took place every time he took over someone's body. Totally whack. Still love the movie. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
It's because he got
I-
shot in the leg.
Well, I think, yeah. So in the electric chair scene, he reveals, I used to beat her real good. He talks about his mom and stuff,
Right.
and he says, then you picked up the shotgun and shot me, right? So that's why he has that limp. But I agree with Bo. It makes no sense that these perfectly fine kids.
Right.
It's only one kid he gets into, but like
Yeah, the
people-
little girl's limping
Yeah.
away.
And I see it kind of from a filmmaking standpoint.
Yeah.
It's
That's
like
how
a
you have to look at it.
signifier.
Yep.
That's how
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
who
yeah.
he's jumped into, and that's how he realizes that he jumped into his
Exactly.
dad. But it doesn't make any sense. I mean,
its only purpose is to serve as a visual cue to the audience. That's
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And if you're asking questions now, most you might as well stop asking questions as a
Right.
viewer now, because the movie gets even more batshit
Oh, yeah.
insane. And the rules it sets up, fuck the rules. We're gonna create new rules on the fly because why?
And-
We're having fun. We're having a good
And
time.
then
Fuck it.
and then speaking of rules, there's a line towards the end where he's like, one of the TV's like, "You're gotta play by the rules." Like, so they're like kind of acknowledging that they understand that there's rules and we're breaking them all. Kind of.
Yep.
We're making up our own as it goes along.
And the last Voorhees child there in the chat is talking about the horror show. So the horror show is what it was originally titled, and then they retitled it House 4.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay. All
that
right.
makes sense
all
now.
right. Wow.
Gotcha.
Thanks, Motorcycle, for the super chat. Your mind makes it real. His mind is used to the limp. There you go. His mind.
Well,
used
maybe
to
it's
limp.
like Phantom Limb.
That could be.
Maybe.
That could be.
But yeah, we're having fun here talking about it. But you know, he enters the prison doctor. They're taking the doctor away, and of course he's in her, right? She is in the back seat.
Yeah.
Comes up, just straight up cracks that guy's head, and says, you know, what did she say, Joel? She says
What
something
did she
like,
say?
"I'm just looking for a little head," and she cracks
she's like
the
this,
guy's
like-
neck. Yeah, I got it right
It's all
here.
Gene Simmons on him.
Blah, blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah,
there
blah,
it
blah,
is.
blah.
Which was actually in the original trailer.
Oh my god.
That shot.
That's so funny. But yeah, she cracks one dude's neck. Then she goes blah, blah, blah on the other guy. But yeah, the whole movie, the main villain is just having a blast. And there's
Then
so
we
many
go on an
fun
hour-long
visuals
chase.
throughout this movie, man.
So many fun visuals.
So many fun visuals. But yeah, go ahead, Joel.
No, I was at this point the chase begins. That doesn't end till the end.
Yeah.
basically.
That whole
Interest-
sequence in the park is just bananas, and it's so much fun to watch. And that guy who plays the cop, Pastore, is that his
Yeah,
name?
Pastore is his name. I don't
Yeah.
know what the actor's name is.
He does such a good job at the physical acting through that whole
Yeah.
sequence. It's
because
so
you-
good.
He does so good that when Horace comes out of his body or he fakes it or whatever, there's a shift and a change
Yes.
in his face and everything, and it's really well done. Much better than the father gives later up at the
Right.
top of the roof. So
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, Joel nailed it. The chase begins, and him popping in and out of the different characters is hilarious, especially the little girl
can
trying to run over Peter Berg with a construction vehicle.
and she drops a couple of cuss lines too.
Yeah,
when
she
gets
says
in
the
there.
F word. She's like, "You fucker," or whatever. She's like, "I'm gonna run you over." I was like, "This is great."
That little girl
This is
did
great.
good.
Oh,
I would have
yeah.
probably did another take on the spit if you remember.
Yeah.
She like spits and it just kind of hangs a little bit.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my goodness.
but she did good. And it's funny. And now I'm going back to the limp. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm gonna admit to this. I kid you not. After I went to that premiere, I sported that limp for like 3 or 4 weeks. Like I'd be walking around, you know.
Oh
and
my god.
insane horse pinker
Get the
line.
Terminator tip going.
Oh
Oh my
my
goodness. Motorcycle. Thanks again, Motorcycle, for the super chat. By the way, the football team is the best loyal crew.
They're
Ted,
very loyal.
you're right. I know, right? Then this wasn't the actor? Wasn't that the main villain in the Crow City of Angels? His
No.
buddy.
Oh, City of Angels. I don't think I ever watched that music video.
Rhino?
Just kidding.
Yeah, he was
No,
like the
Rhino.
main villain at the end.
He was
Oh.
on Law and Order for a long time,
Okay,
wasn't
I
he?
thought that was the same actor that was in Crow City of Angels. But yeah, he just straight clotheslined the cop. I'm pretty sure he would have got arrested after that.
Well,
He
dude,
just
all of those
clotheslined
guys
the
would have got
cop.
arrested breaking into the city's power
I
plant.
Yeah.
They were loyal, man.
Those
Yeah.
are federal charges.
Well, especially the coach. The coach too. He was all like instantly believes him. He's like, yeah, we just need the magic amulet that got thrown into the lake. And he's just like, well, how are we gonna get it? I'm like, oh, he's just all in. He's just believing it. And of course he gets possessed, you know, and then he just still takes himself out because he's trying to help out his buddy. He's trying to help out Peter Berg.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness. But yeah,
Are
the
we to
chase
that?
is
Are we
on.
to that part?
Yeah, because despite the chase and the special effects, and then we're going to get to the finale. Are we missing anything else, Lindsay? Joel?
Well, his girlfriend, she doesn't come back to life, but and I mean this is a thing that happens a lot in horror movies. You have your spirit guide to help
Right.
the main character figure out, what they need to do to defeat the bad guy, gives them clues and stuff. And And she comes back and fills that role. And it's just funny because he's like, she scares the shit out of him every time she comes back.
Well, I think like in the first parts, he's just like, he's not. It's weird because the last time she comes back, he's the most scared.
Yeah.
Which always bugged me. Like,
Mhm.
you know, that's it should have been reversed, you know,
Yeah.
because he's already
Yeah.
seen her like 3 times at this point.
Mhm.
Yeah.
She's and then she's like floating through the water.
Yeah.
And then he's
Right.
like terrified. I'm like, dude, you were
Yeah.
she just saved you a minute ago. Like, why are you
Mhm.
scared of her? That was one thing that didn't make sense. And and you know, if people who are watching don't know, she actually gives him the amulet that he will use to later down the road to finally beat.
Into the
Why that amulet?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No,
And,
no one
that's the
knows.
stuff that people I think complain about probably.
Yeah.
But but again, you have a movie where the guy's using electricity to go places.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you got
One of
a movie.
One of the more campy, crazy scenes
Yeah.
is when Peter Berg sits down in his chair, and
Oh,
all of
gosh.
a sudden it becomes Horace Pinker, and he's got that great one-liner: "This Barcalounge is gonna kick your ass."
Oh my
It's just
god.
it's so
What-
silly.
What's
It's
awesome
silly.
is you're showing that part, but before it looks like Horace Pinker, it's actually the buttons pop off
Yeah.
and there's little
Yeah.
eyeballs
Eyeball.
in the buttons where the buttons are. The button
Yeah,
holes.
yeah, yeah. It just wild, crazy. Just
Oh my
we're
goodness.
having. You can tell the filmmakers and Wes were having fun making this movie. You can totally
Right.
tell. It totally shows here.
And that's why I think Alive produced this, and because they gave Wes Craven total creativity.
Mhm.
They weren't gonna do anything. I think they even produced it without even seeing the script.
Probably.
Honestly.
Yeah.
And so they didn't want the studio involved,
Right.
which is funny.
Right.
And later I think is it Universal ends up buying it and distributing it.
Right.
You know, because they found out like, oh wait, man, you're getting all these, you know, you're getting John Carpenter, you're getting Wes Craven,
Mhm.
and they're making these art, you know, movies that don't have the studio, you know,
Right,
tearing it
right,
apart
right.
and messing
Mhm.
things up. You
Right.
know, which is, you know, and that's the beauty of this.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Thanks again, Motorcycle. It says the cop in the park is the deputy from Jason Lives, and the football guy is the bad guy from City. Okay, so I was right.
Okay.
Pro
Okay.
City of Angels. Okay.
Rhino.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
Thanks,
talking about
Motorcycle.
the oh, did he say the cop in the park?
Yeah. So
Okay.
the cop in the park is the deputy from Jason Lives.
Because I was trying to like, who's the construction worker?
He does look like somebody we should know, right?
Is he something? I thought I saw something about where he was in Alice Cooper's band for a while.
Yeah, maybe he was. That's what I'm thinking. He's in some
Yeah.
band.
Yeah.
Huge dude.
Oh yeah, big dude. The guy's huge.
I remember watching this Alice Cooper concert video once, and his guitar player was just like ripped, just jacked, and he's just like, and Alice Cooper comes and cuts him with a sword, and it's bleeding.
I wonder if that's him.
That guitarist looked way bigger than
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
even that guy. So,
Oh my god.
I have a funny Alice Cooper story. So I live in Iowa, very rural section of Iowa, and they would have these concert series every summer, and it was usually country acts, maybe some more mainstream people. But one year, Alice Cooper came and did his stage show with an electric chair and clowns and just all the crazy shit that he does. And the best part was just looking around at the crowd at all the confused faces who had no idea what was going on. Because they were just like jaws on the floor, having no concept of who this person was or what he was doing in front of them.
Wow, that's funny. That kind of reminds me of when we went to a metal festival and Guar was there.
Oh, yeah.
And Guar was playing, and all I saw was parents picking up their kids and their babies and running out of there. I'm like, it's Guar. Come on. What did you think was going to happen?
I was never fortunate enough to see either of those bands actually live. I always love to, but I seen
Guar's
Alice
wild.
Cooper on VHS, you know, his
That's
concerts and stuff.
And speaking of Alice Cooper, he's got a little cameo in this movie too. Well, footage of Alex Cooper. But yeah, so let's get to the greatest scene of all time in the history of movies. That this GIF, if you have not seen this, chat, whoever's watching right now, this GIF does not do it justice. So put it this way: me and Lady Fatblood are already having fun and being entertained and laughing and enjoying the flick. This was the last thing we were ever expecting to see, was this finale chase that ended up happening inside the TV world and being broadcasted everywhere, of him chasing him during a boxing match. I love that when during the boxing match he's in the background beating up Peter Berg.
Yeah.
And he's looking at the match like, yeah, hit him. Hit him.
There's also another funny line in there too, right?
Oh, there's tons of shit. Like, I can't do it. I cannot do it justice.
There's so many little cameos by just the most random people in this movie, because you have Heather Langenkamp shows up as one of the victims.
Yeah.
Right.
Wes Craven
Right.
is at the end. You've got Timothy Leary as the televangelist, and then you got John Tesh doing the news, and they stumble onto his set at one point,
Yeah.
and
He goes, that's what does he say?
and that's the
That's the way
and
it
that's
is.
the new, and that's
Yeah.
the way it is.
That's the
and
way it
crumbles
is.
up the paper and throws it. It's
Yeah.
so good.
Oh, man. But again, those who have not seen this film, it's just literally he goes after our football player, Peter Berg, gets the magical amulet, and jumps after our main killer in the TV, goes to the TV. Yeah. Here's where the
That
insanity
amulet
begins.
gives him the power to do
This
that.
is like one of the greatest scenes in movie history, and this GIF does not do it justice, but I had to find something to give you guys an idea. But look at our killer. He's like basically just diving here. Look at him on the right. He's
Oh yeah,
just diving down.
the killer is acting like an airplane shooting.
Yeah, he's acting like an airplane. Look at that. Like, and this is constant. This is a long, lengthy
is.
sequence, which is great.
It is.
And they
Got
even
metal playing in the background. It's phenomenal.
they even come out of the TV into this like very insanely dressed house with this
part is
wife
so
sitting
funny.
there, and they're going off, and
Oh
he
my
starts
God.
beating up her husband, and she's like, I heard a crowd participation, but this is ridiculous.
Yeah,
It's just the worst line ever.
yeah.
It's so
Just
bad. But
bonkers.
by then
bonkers.
you're in this movie, so it doesn't matter.
Just so bonkers. But our jaws dropped because we weren't expecting any of that hilariousness to happen. And afterwards, like I was telling Lindsay earlier, like after that scene was over, me and my wife were just like,
Yeah.
be like, this is fun. This is fucking phenomenal. Like, not expecting that. It's the scene. It's the scene stealer actually out of the film. But yeah, just phenomenal. And now they're back to in the real world, and I'll let Joel wrap it up with the finale and what happens now, Joel.
So, well, what they got Rhino and the boys over there at the power plant to basically take out the power grid at a certain moment at a certain time where I can't remember exactly if he has to get out of they're in the TV world, and they need to get out. So his idea is to trap him in there and get out, cut the power. Oh, he's got him on freeze frame.
Yeah.
Yes, I forgot. He has him on freeze frame. And he starts like rewinding him and fast forwarding him and banging him up against the wall. He's like, this is for mom and this is for little Billy, or I can't remember his brother's name. And he's like beating up Horace that way. But for some reason, he's like, the clocks are wrong. His watch is wrong. And Horace is like, your clock ain't ticking no more. Or something like that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then Rhino cuts the power and they're both trapped in there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And so he uses that amulet on the actual camera and he jumps through the camera, leaving Horace
Because.
in TV. Because why not?
Yeah. Why not?
It was funny because Horace is going to jump through the TV before he cuts the power, but he
Yes.
unplugs it, so he just rams into it with his head.
Where's that gift? Come on. You got that gift, Samurai. You
I
got
don't.
it.
I don't. I couldn't
What?
find it. I'm sorry.
That's like
I'm sorry.
classic, man.
I couldn't find it. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Motorcycle
no.
says, y'all forgot the dad faking killer out with bad heart.
Okay, yeah. So that's up there. They climb up this antenna or radio thing. I can't remember.
Oh, right.
And
that's right. He chased them up
his
there.
dad's possessed.
Right, right.
Because his dad goes in there, finds Coach done stabbed himself to death. I forget who else is dead.
Yeah.
Ted Raimi has fallen out of the closet. He's dead.
Pac-Man. I think that's what his character's name was. Pac-Man.
Right, right.
Also, all these dead bodies. So his dad like cuff him, but in that little gift that you showed where he goes into the electrical socket, he comes out and possesses his dad. So that whole chase goes up there, and then his dad, because we found out now that you can use willpower to kind of mess with Horace from the coach.
Right.
And so Peter Berg has this conversation, Dad, you can do it, or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
And so he starts to talk about his bad heart. His heart's given out. So Horace is like, I got to roll. I can't be in this body if this dude's going to have a heart attack. So he fakes and tricks Horace to go into the radio. That's that scene, right? Where he goes into the satellite. I can't remember.
Yeah, he goes into the
I'm
satellite,
nationwide.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'm wondering if a lot of these one-liners were ad-libs from the actor. I wouldn't be surprised, man, because sometimes that happens. The magic happens sometimes. But yeah, just, our villain gets defeated, and it's just a phenomenal. It's just like that whole action sequence of them fighting each other in the TV. During the Alex Cooper concert, a boxing match. There's a war going on. It's just ridiculous.
The Christian televangelist.
Oh, it was so great. It was just like, this is worth the price of admission, man. And I'm really jealous of you, Joel, seeing at the premiere, man. How fun
That's awesome.
was that?
And that's the only movie that I can say, like, what a weird, like, it could have been any movie. That a buddy of mine won something and he took me. That's what it comes down to. And I'm all like, shocker. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Let's do it. What is that? I don't know, and then
I
I'm
think there
just
was
like,
a comment earlier. There was a comment earlier with saying, I don't know who said it, but it's like, I'm not really a huge fan of Nightmare on Elm Street, but I love Shocker.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, check that out. Wow. That's interesting. It's pretty cool.
I wouldn't, going back to those ad-lib lines, I wouldn't be surprised if they, a lot of them might have been on the spot too, but I bet Wes Craven, from what I understand, he was an insanely funny guy. And he was a very jokester kind of guy. And so
nice.
I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of that was him as well.
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised. A little bit of both. But yeah, I mean, Shocker's phenomenal. It's just so much fun. I think that's the key word. I think these critics are missing what's the key word. They're missing what's fun. They're asking too many questions. They're trying to, think. Here's the thing. Now, some movies out there that don't make sense can piss us off. Like that's like, this doesn't make any sense. It's fucking stupid, right?
Right.
But if you already know the tone and the vibe of what the movie's trying to do, that the movie knows exactly what it is, it's winking at the audience. Come on, the entity came out and said, what, Lindsay?
You got it, baby.
Come on. Come on. From there on, you're like, oh, it's this kind of movie. Okay, let's just go crazy. I think.
And what's
they don't
funny is
do that.
they put that right before the movie does go totally bananas.
Yeah. But I think
so they're just like,
that was intentional though.
Yeah, it's definitely like set up like, all right, hold on to your butts.
Right?
Pretty much. So, anything else before we give our verdict? I'm pretty sure everybody knows what we're going to say.
I mean,
are we missing anything else?
Piggybacking off what you said about, things don't make sense, people discredit a movie. Well, you discredit a movie that doesn't make sense because it's not engaging. It doesn't hold your interest. There's nothing engaging about it. But movies like this, there's tons to be engaged with. You've got an amazing bad guy, villain, who's got great lines, is extremely charismatic and fun to watch. You've got some great gore and kills and stuff, and just really crazy shit happening all the time to keep you interested in what's going on.
You're never bored.
So you're never bored.
Yeah, constantly entertained. Now there's another movie out there called Ghost in the Machine. Have you guys seen that? I was always curious what that was. Have you heard of that?
I've heard of it. Is there a couple movies called that?
Yeah, I feel
Is
like
Oh, okay.
I'm looking it up right now. I have a hard time with names, but when I see the cover,
Yeah. Is that horror? Was it a similar premise?
1993.
Okay.
yeah, I can't say I've seen this one.
I was curious about that one.
Oh, it's directed by Rachel Talalay.
I can't say I've seen this
Karen
one.
Allen.
What's the plot, Joel? What does it say the plot is?
Oh, I'm just looking at the cover.
Oh, okay.
That's how I base if I've seen it or not. I'm like,
All
oh
right,
yeah,
I'm here.
and then it all comes back to me.
Let me check really quick because now it's on my brain. Ghost in the Machine.
Electric surge causes a serial killer's soul to end up in a computer system.
Dude, they ripped off Shocker, bro. Bro, now we have to watch this. Come on. He's a serial killer too.
And that comes later.
Yeah, it's later, right?
Now, what's the
Is it?
rating? The Rotten Tomatoes rating on that one?
Well, it's got a 4.6 on IMDb.
So 1993 is
worse.
when it came out.
Because no one did it better than Shocker.
Wow, that's bad. That's if I could watch it for free for shits and giggles, I'd do it.
And that's the thing when you watch those like
Versus
lower
episode.
budget horror movies,
Yeah.
they always tend to like drag on for a long time, and then something will happen,
Right.
or like you said, it drags on. You don't get to see the killer till like the end, where this thing, once it starts, it doesn't slow down. It just goes and it goes and it goes and then credits, man.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about that movie. It's a fun ride all the time. I introduce it to people all the time. You
Yeah.
gotta watch this. You gotta
Yeah,
a lot of people have never even heard of it.
I know, which is one of the reasons why we're doing this video.
Yes.
But Sexy Sumo asks, what do you guys think of this? Would Lawnmower Man have does that have a similar premise in your opinion? He wasn't a serial killer though.
No. It was more like
He
a
turned into
Frankenstein's monster
Right.
type of story. I
Right.
would
And I've
say.
never seen Lawnmower Man.
Right.
It's interesting.
It's interesting for its time, but
I don't know why I
heard-
haven't seen it.
I've heard, was it the second one, Job's
Because it's-
War or something like
Oh,
that?
that one's terrible.
There's a second one?
Yes, it's
Dude,
really bad.
I heard
It's
it's
really
one of the
bad.
worst movies of all time, bro.
Really?
We have to watch
Because I
it
think
now.
Matt Frewer plays Job in the sequel.
Okay. Huh.
In the original, it's Jeff Fahey and Jeff Daniels, I think, plays
Pierce
the
Brosnan,
scientist.
right?
Or
Pierce
no, it's Pierce
Brosnan.
Brosnan. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
No, it's an interesting story.
Yeah, and the visuals were good for its time. It was,
Mm-hmm.
for its time.
I don't know why I never got around to seeing it.
There's no action though. It's not really. I don't know. Like it didn't have enough action. It didn't have enough horror, right, Lindsay? It was kind of.
It's
in the
more
middle.
of a psychological sci-fi.
Right. But yeah, Job's War, man. The second one I heard was terrible. Oh my god, I gotta watch that at some point, just for fun, for free. So,
I'll have to watch that.
Motorcycle says, "Is it me or does Horace seem to enjoy his son fighting?"
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah. Then he kind of
Yeah,
have that.
he wants him to indulge in those
yeah. Mm.
those
yeah.
hereditary traits, I guess.
Yeah, because he's always like, it's in the blood, kid.
Right.
blood.
Right. It's in the blood. All
Which
right.
I always
so,
thought, like, why didn't Horace just jump into his son? And I would always think that, but
Right.
but they do show a scene where they come together and they just
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
and Peter Berg hits the wall, and
Right.
so
right.
like almost like they can't for some odd reason.
Right. Because of
You
the
know.
amulet. The
Yeah,
MacGuffin.
Maybe that's it. Maybe
Because-
that's why the
because-
amulet is. Did he
Yeah.
have the amulet?
I'd have to watch again. It's been a while.
Yes. I think
Oh,
at
okay.
that point.
At
I
that
think at that
point.
point he did.
And that's why he can't.
Oh.
Man, bro, you just got, like I've seen this so many times. I don't know why I never thought about that. Maybe that is why.
Oh,
Well, we
man.
don't know why the amulet has power, but like
Right,
that's why he can't go into it.
Because MacGuffin. But yeah, let's go ahead and give our verdict here, and then I'll show what the internet voted
10 out of
for.
10. That's
Is it as low as 23% Joel out of 100.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
This is an
Lindsay.
amazing movie.
There you
No.
go. And that's a no for me. I think that's a little ridiculous. But and what's sad though is that the audience score is pretty close. That's disappointing. Critics, I can understand. I get it because they're not looking at it the way we are, where you're supposed to have fun. But the audience score is like 31. It's like not that much.
That's why everyone go open up
you know.
a Rotten Tomatoes and give this a high score.
There you go. Bring that score up, man. Bring that score up.
Change it around.
But all that matters is what we say. That's how we roll. Yeah. So, but here we go. What did the internet say? Did they agree? Let's check it out. Look at that. Look at that.
Go, yeah.
No, shocker is not as low. Oh, excuse me, 27%. There you go. Look at that. Check that out.
I will say that I
There's
love
fans. This is awesome.
I love when things aren't so popular though too.
Mm-hmm.
And it's almost like there's like us three know something that other people
Right.
don't understand, Like
Yeah.
I love that too, So maybe it's a good thing that it's so low,
Maybe.
because really true horror fans, really true,
Mm-hmm.
movie fanatics will understand the movie, love the movie for what it is and what they were trying to do.
That's right.
No, I
And I
agree
was-
with that 100%.
I always like that because everyone's gonna, oh yeah, I love Nightmare on Elm Street, and then you
Mhm.
go, hell, do you love Shocker though? I love
Right.
Wes Craven.
That's the test.
Shocker,
Do you
like,
like
what's
Shocker?
that?
Yeah.
know?
Nice. Yeah. Oh, you like Fallen, huh? Oh, do you like First Power? Yeah, it came out first. I've gotten many requests to do a versus of First Power and the Fallen. I know the Fallen would probably win that, but First Power was fucking fun, dude. That was a fun movie, bro. Have you seen that one, Joel?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that
There's
was
a lot of
fun.
There's a lot of fun, movies that people just have no idea.
I know,
never seen
but that's
them,
what that's the purpose of the channel. The purpose of this show. Talk about this and spread the word. That's right.
Hey, I'm down. Let
yeah,
me
man.
know.
Hey,
I only
you
talk
said,
about
you said
video
people
games
under
on
the
my
stairs,
channel.
right? You said people under the stairs.
Oh my
that would
God.
be such a fun one to talk about.
So I saw people under the stairs at the theater,
Right.
as a kid.
We'll save that
and-
for another episode.
I have a crazy story about
We'll discuss
the
when
first
we get
time
off air.
I saw that movie.
Oh, we'll save it. Save it. We'll
I
save
will.
that. We'll save that when we get on air. Well, this
Fool.
was a lot of fun. This
Bull
was a
from Mighty
blast.
Ducks. He comes.
What?
So I never seen the Mighty Ducks,
Uh huh.
I'd never seen it.
yeah.
and so my kids are like, Dad, let's watch the series. I'm like, well, there's movies first. Let's watch the movies and we'll watch the series.
Right.
Because they're all about Disney Plus. My son's in a Disney Plus movie.
Is there like three?
These cuts
is-
coming out, so I'll let
Oh, all right. Well, congratulations.
I'll let you know.
Yeah, let me know. Was there 3 Mighty Ducks movies?
Yeah,
I
so
lost
we
track.
watched them, and I'm like, is that full? That's full. And then I was sold. I was like, man, I love this movie. Because I don't even know what happened to him. Like, I
Quack.
don't know if he quit acting. I feel like I never seen him in anything. And he's like, dude, he's kid star, dude, in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Quack.
And I'd
Nice.
seen Roach and other things.
Oh.
And
Oh, here we go.
I was in a chat with Radical Reggie, and he said, "Do you ever see Roach in that milk commercial? If you've never look up milk commercial Roach from People on the Stairs."
Oh yeah. You got the milk. Yeah. I remember that one with the peanut butter sandwich. Yeah.
I never knew that.
That's
So-
pretty funny. Oh, really quick before we end it tonight, Motorcycle saying because they were opposing currents, maybe that's why they bounced off each other from Shocker. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. Got to do this again. And
always
yeah,
down.
so y'all know what y'all need to do now. If you're new here, so subscribe to this knucklehead. But y'all need to go to Lindsay Washburn's channel. You know what I'm saying? Support. That's right. Subscribe. She knows her shit. She's badass. And you know Joel from Media Glitch now. That's right. Y'all need to go over there, subscribe, support. He hook you up, get you a PS5 for a good deal.
I think I'm done.
Oh, you're all done. All right. We'll still
I've
show
gotten
support.
Too many. And I just my inbox is full of like, hook me up, man. I'm like,
It's probably going to be never ending now, man. What did you do?
"Yeah, I
You
don't
just had to be a nice guy. It's all good though, man. We need nice guys out there. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. This is a blast. Love talking with these two, talking horror movies.
Thanks for
Lindsay,
having
we'll do
me,
some
man.
action ones in
Yes,
the
thanks
future.
for having me back.
And good meeting you, Lindsay.
Good
We'll
to
get
meet
some
you
Lindsay
too.
on some versus ones as well in the future. She's down. 'Cause she knows how to fight. She got that Muay Thai, you know what I'm saying, ninjutsu shit. Yo, it don't look like it. Boom, just eyeball coming out. Wham, right? Don't mess with her, I know. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. We got to do this again. I might do a live Q&A tomorrow, guys, and hang out with you guys and talk movies. We'll see. If not, I'll keep you guys in the loop. But Thursday, don't forget, versus son, Spy versus Spy, James Bond versus Ethan Hunt. Who you got? Join us 6 p.m. Pacific time this Thursday. Casino Royale versus Mission Impossible Fallout. That's right. Make sure you guys show up for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we'll see all you badasses next time. Keep watching horror movies. Represent.
Hey, can I
See
say
you guys
something?
next time. Oh, what?
I said, can I say something?
Oh, go ahead.
I'm streaming that new Aliens video game on my Twitch channel in like an hour and a half.
Oh, there you go. Follow Joel. A brand new Aliens one, right?
The one that came out today.
Dude, that looks badass.
So if you
I'm
want
gonna
to
watch
see
it
what that
later.
looks like.
Yeah. So if you guys are interested in that, check out Joel. You're gonna do it. We said in about an hour.
Yeah, at 8:30 we're
He's gonna stream the game, guys.
on our Twitch, not on our YouTube though.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Nice.
Find him on Twitch. You know, you
Media
Glitch.
Glitch. Twitch/Media Glitch.
There you go. All right, guys. Take care. See you Thursday or tomorrow. We'll see. Don't go anywhere, guys. Take care, guys. Peace out.